hello.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
tank top. Oh man, I'm showing my. Damn, I'm pale. I need to get in the sun. And the sun about to leave.
Listen, I got tan lines this year, girl.
Let me put my ringer off because this phone be going off.
Right, I had just did that. So
Okay.
thank you everyone for joining another edition of Sister Circle, where we talk about real life issues that, you know, affect real women. And we give you a real woman's point of view. So, shouts out to my co-host Anna from the DMV. Anna, what's going on, Anna? I thought this was off,
I tell you that phone be going. Oh,
girl. I thought it was off.
say it like Mickey said this morning. I rebuke it. I rebuke them calls. Keep that crap back home. We ain't on that conversation right now.
He gets on my nerves.
Oh man, Mickey's hilarious. I talked to Mickey yesterday, just talking about all the things that are going on. Like here in DC, I was talking about more what I'm dealing with. I'm just going to talk a little bit about just, what's going on this week with me. And then
Yes,
after that,
yes,
we'll get into the
yes,
topic like we do.
yes,
And like
yes.
this week, a lot of good things. God is good, I sit here and I talk and I laugh, but then God just like opens my eyes and tears come out because it's okay to cry. And it's just like this week, you know, not to have you think it's so deep what I'm about to say, but it's just like when bad things happen, when turmoil comes around, it's just God just sits there and sheds a light on you and allows you to see that he's still holding on to you.
Mhm.
And you know, as I said, I'm running for the commissioner in my neighborhood.
Right.
And I've had some, you have to have tough fucking skin, Winters. You have to have tough fucking skin when you get into this beast. You know, I'll tell you two reasons why I'm wanting to be the commissioner. One of the things was because I buried my friend who was a commissioner for a long time, and I saw her fighting all the way up to federal court about segregation is still going on in 2024. And I saw all the things she was putting together, and I saw that as soon as she took her last breath, every last person that was around her got there and switched up and act like they couldn't continue her fight.
Hmm.
And when you get to my age, 48 years old, and you sit there and you say, well, let the younger people go through. No, 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 no. See, what the reality is that it's really until you get into your late 30s, 40s, is when you start to really see that full circle of what it is you should be doing. Sometimes we go to school, I go to school and take these things and really don't know what it is that they want to do. And they jump into these fields. Some of us were blessed back then to be retired at a young age because we got into a field that paid us right, treated us right. But there's a lot of us like me who've been not working where they supposed to be working. Mostly,
Right.
I got to pay my bills. I got to take care of me. But is it really honest passion? And since I was a little girl, Winters, I always wanted to be a councilman. Since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a councilman.
Really?
I don't talk. I always wanted to have a law degree and be a councilman because you should know the law. The second thing I wanted to do, you gonna laugh. I said, well, if I be a councilman, before I become a councilman, I could become a police officer, and then when I become a police officer, can help me pay for my schooling. This was all my little ideas when I was young.
Well, okay then, Officer Anna.
Then I got older, and reality hit, and I went through some stuff, and then I started not to like the police. But of course, thank God for Rosemary. I love the police again. On that note. But just this week, and the reason why I'm saying is just this week, I did a uh I did a cleanup
Hmm.
at my neighborhood playground. I posted a lot about it. And this is just like the first step. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not just saying I'm just starting now, but
Right.
it's more of like, why am I stopping? Or even same thing with you. Why are we stopping what we want? What is it that where do we need to be to get to where we need to be?
Mm-hmm.
So God has been opening doors that no man can shut, Winters, that no man can shut.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
And I would say this, when you get that boom, man, this week I tell you, the last week, I have a gentleman that lives in my neighborhood. I said gentleman, but he's not so gentle. He challenged me as far as on my petition. Now I knocked on these doors and everything legitimately. He challenged me, but the part was the Board of Elections did not do the paperwork accurately. So he shouldn't have been able to challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
But thank God that I call and I advocate and I said, well, wait a minute. I know I'm not under the threshold. I thought you had to be under the threshold in order to be challenged. So guess what? They withdrew it. They had withdrew the challenge. They had to. Because
Really?
I had enough votes. I mean, not votes. I had enough signatures.
Okay.
So I'm on the ballot. But prior to this, there's a guy that, social media.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I don't do, I don't tag people or put I don't go on Facebook and put messy stuff. And what I mean by messy stuff, that guy might want someone else to be the commissioner. That's fine. But what he did was he tagged me to let everyone know that I was being challenged. That's a defamation of my character. And when you try to run a clean campaign,
I see
clean
what you're saying.
without that mess, and they put it on social media trying to say, oh, she got some bad signatures. I didn't go on there. And this is a guy, an older gentleman, and all he does is messy. He goes up and down this neighborhood, takes pictures, just messy older man from Mississippi.
Mm.
In DC, all in it, and tags my name. Now, at first I was like, the younger side of me was like, oh, I'm gonna tear him up on Facebook. How dare he?
Right.
Great that I'm not. But I said, who is he? Why does he matter?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he matter? He's just messy. Messy people ignore him.
I know, but you're
Go
still
away.
human, so that just still has to bother you. So I see what
Yeah, it did. But let me tell you, God is good because the commissioner currently we have now, I didn't say anything to her. She read it on Facebook. She went all in that joint. I didn't even have to fight. Someone else fought the fight for me. And then he had to go back and put that I was not being challenged no more, that it was withdrawn, right?
see.
He had to put it back on there. The problem that I had was that he tagged my page. I had to sit there and take tagging off my darn page. I said, who does that? Who does that?
Mm.
It's messy. But the reality, when you get into this game of politicking and politicking, it gets messy.
Yeah.
And I had to say, you know what? If God has shown me the things that I've been wanting and shown opening doors for me, then I'm gonna fight Winters. I'm gonna fight to the end.
And
And
you
if it
should.
ain't for me, Winters, if I don't get in Winters, I just know that I fought every opportunity I can to get in. And just this week, God has opened the door so darn big. Oh my God, Winters.
Yes.
My job, you making us big. Look how big we are. Ah,
I'll tell you.
just this week. Just this week. Oh my God, just this week. I was offered a new job because my job keeps laying us off. I said, God, man, I'm
Oh
tired of my
wow.
job. They keep laying us off. So I will be working. See that? At the office of the student advocate of the State Board of Education.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I do is advocate for education. Now I'm
I
working at the
know.
office that does it.
See? Yay. Shouts out to you. Congratulations.
Yes, and it's just like it's just like you. I cried. I go through a lot, and then God just sits there and opens that door. Off of just I'm not gonna get into the details of how I was selected or how any of that. But
Mhm.
it's just when God opens doors, you get into spaces that most people don't get to see you. And people are like, well, where's she been? I ain't never seen her before.
Mhm.
When people say that, I laugh because sometimes people move in silence, and I was one of those people. I do
Right.
stuff behind the scenes. I don't like being noticed. I like helping. I don't know
Yes.
what accolades. I don't need you to acknowledge.
Yes, that is
I'm
you. Yeah.
confident in who I am. Like I really am. And that doesn't mean I'm arrogant. I just know that at this age, like when you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't.
Right.
Um, some people are like, damn, girl. And I'm like, no, it's just like I wear my truth. I have to wear my truth. But I
Mhm.
also allow my friends, if you're my friend and I see you doing something that I be like judgmental about, I don't go to nobody else. I go to you first. I go to the
Yeah,
person first.
you do. You do.
And then after that, I let it go. We laugh through, I guess because I'm an Aries. You know, that ram in and ram back out. But I'm just this week. God is good. I'll be starting a new job, a new position. The other job I had, hopefully they come back off the layoff because I still do both. And with that extra money, Winters, I need to go start my nonprofit, and I might be heading towards Flint, Michigan to do it because there's a lot of need in Flint. DC politics, Jesus help us over
You
here.
coming to get some ARPA money too?
No, I don't want your ARPA dollars.
Okay.
I want to apply for some grants, but the grants are federal grants. So it has nothing to do with
Okay. Don't come
the
get
local
no.
dollar. Ain't
You
nobody
can't
going.
have me
Do
ARPA.
you think Liddell give? Do you whatever? Look, I'm about to call her Liddell Givens. Do you think Liddell, Liddell whatever her name is, uh, she ain't even approving? What you talking about? They already got their ARPA dollars. I don't want no ARPA dollars. All of us got
Right.
ARPA dollars. You know that, right? Even
I
DC
know,
got
but
ARPA dollars.
I know, but people
Shut down.
coming. Flint gives their ARPA dollars to people that don't stay here. So I was just saying, are you coming to get some of our ARPA dollars?
Oh hell no! I'm coming and look at some property, buy it, and start my nonprofit. I want to help people. I want to get people off the street, be housed, get them on their feet.
Mm.
That's my ultimate dream. Two things, Winters. Public speak in front of millions of people, if God allows it, and run a transitional program for men and children. Those are the two things that I said that I'm gonna push to do. And if God's willing, if He allows me, I might run for council.
Okay, then. Well, shit. Come
I might
on.
run for council. But right now, Anna's starting slow as ANC commissioner of her neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, if God allows it and I get to that space, I will go all the way up.
What they're called, what commissioners there, right?
Yeah, the ANC commissioner is just advisory of a neighborhood of 2,000 people. So in my I
Okay.
have 2,000 people. So for every 2,000 people, there's a commissioner
Okay.
in DC. But in Michigan, well, y'all are state, so it's a little different. Y'all
Mm.
commissioners probably have the whole area.
They have like regions, sections.
Yeah, they're bigger because
Mm.
it's a state. DC ain't nothing but a drop.
Well,
It's a
yeah, that
drop.
is.
It's not a paid position. So people be like, "Oh, you right." It's not a paid position. It's not, but it's a position that allows you to really be involved and help. And that's the aspect I'm coming from. How can I be involved and help? You're able to then connect with the upper part of the government and advise, on your neighborhood needs and stuff like that. So that's something, eventually we'll get into that conversation, not now. Just like y'all are having issues with your council right here in the nation's capital. Trayon White, I always say his name wrong. He's a Ward 8 council. He sat on a
Oh,
lot.
yes, yes. What is
I
it
see him
called?
all the time. I've sat next to him. We've done meetings with him. He's shorter than me, and I'm short.
Mm.
Um, not a bad person. So all the media is saying he's a bad person. He's not a bad person. He might have made a bad decision. That's where I'm sticking with this. He made a bad decision, but then everything is allegedly. And if you look at it, anytime you say someone took a bribe and you got um, what is that called, a undercover person
Okay.
being a part of it to say this is how we got him because we gave him money. First of all, that's a setup. Um, that's a setup to me. Were the people of Ward 8 stand behind their councilman, just like they did with Eric Mays. That's who he is.
Mm.
It's like a little Marion Barry. He's from Southeast DC. He educated himself. He's a representation of the neighborhood. It's the
How old
most
is he?
underserved part of DC. But the people in that part of the city, I used to live in Ward 8, but I would tell you the people in Ward 8 are strong as hell.
How old is he?
Oh God. Hold on, let me look. I know he's younger than us.
Okay.
Um, I know he's younger than us. I could look it up. But basically it gets ugly because it's gonna get ugly and you're gonna see all these people speaking, but the true people are the ones that don't get on media,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a backing. So at the end of the day, um no matter, like right now they took him down from all his committees, being on committees, and he would, let me tell you the committees he was on. He was on the committees of the youth, um violence, to stop violence, what do you call that, people that, my brain, senior moment, it's like senior moment going on over here. Youth intervention, anything with Crime Stop, anything with safety, housing. He sat on basically most of the committees he sat on were the committees that affect predominantly black and brown people, but predominantly more black, because in Ward 8 the population is more black than it is brown or white. So and he's doing stuff. It's not like he was just sitting there just collecting a check. He's involved. It's funny because the last time I saw him before they locked him up, I was at this party at the MGM. I showed you the picture with me with the white on,
Mm-hmm.
and he was over there. He got an award. Well, I think, yeah, he got the award. It was like a proclamation for the things he was doing.
Aren't you get the award tonight?
No, so tonight it's an award. It's an Wyntis. I ain't supposed to be talking about it. It's an award tonight for I don't know what the awards are for, but it's just basically we're going to events.
Scratch that then.
It's an award that's supposed to be going on tonight with different people that play a role in our city.
Okay.
It's gonna be cocktails. You got to be dressed up. But it's funny because they told us to be dressed up, and then they're gonna send an email say wear business attire. I said, come on, dressed up and business attire are two different things.
Right, like
Like, are you confusing? Because with me, I've been to so many events we've had, and I've been overdressed and felt weird. Cause I'm 48. Like when they say dress up, we dress up. Mm-hmm. We put it on. I mean, I know you do, Winters. When they say dress up, you go get your dress up clothes. But some of these people go in there, and I'd be like, that's not dressed up. That's business casual.
Well, they struggle. They struggle these days with
I'd be just like, what? And you
fashion period.
You be like, am I? I was like, okay, y'all, this rebranding on how we dress is that's a whole nother conversation. But let me just say this. It's been so many times I sit there and I feel like I'm overdressed. But then I go back and say, well, they say come in there and be dressed up. I'm going to do what it says, dressed up. And this is what I call dressed up. Mm-hmm. So tonight is an award for a lot of people in there, award ceremony. And my buddy Yolanda, she gonna be with me. She always comes on here and listens and she writes and stuff. Me and her, we went shopping yesterday. Me and her went shopping yesterday, and we had a ball just looking at stuff. And real talk, when you lose weight and you start to shop, it kind of throws you off, because I still have body dysmorphia. When you look in the clothes, I still think I could fit certain size. So we went and got our what's that called when they size you for your bra?
Oh, yeah.
Like I went, we went, and I went to Lane Bryant, because that's where I used to go and get my bras, Lane Bryant. Mm-hmm. It's been years that I went to Victoria's Secret. Well, let me just say this. I cannot find a bra in Lane Bryant because I've now too small.
Oh, my.
To even get a bra at a Lane Bryant. She was like, you're a 34 double D. I said, what the?
A double B.
Double D.
Oh,
So
okay.
34 double D is my size now.
Okay.
I was a 40 double D before. So from 40 to a 34, that's how small I got.
Oh,
So
wow. You was a big
she
bag,
was trying her hardest. She was like, well, let's try. I said,
big
sweetie,
bag, big bag.
I think so. No, you go from big back to little back to
Right.
okay
Right.
now. My arms are, your arms take a minute, but I'm like a size 10, 12. 10, depending on how the cut it is, because if it's a European cut or Asian cut, hell no.
Right
But,
on. Clothes is made small.
yes, 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 yes. So, I look at the size and I was like, damn, I can't get a bra. She tried so hard. The lady was like, try this. I said, sweetie, you try to go up. Because I used to, so when I was younger, I worked at Victoria's Secret and I was a bra specialist.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first little job at the mall. So, like when you sizing, like, I was like, yeah, I can go up, but I have graduated to the size 34. I am not going up. Don't be doing that to me, lady. Don't you understand? That's an insult. Don't let me go up if I don't have to. Let me love on this. So I'm still having a hard time finding clothes. So I told my girlfriend, I'm looking at the clothes and I said, man, this look like grandma's clothes. And she busts out laughing. Because when they going to Lane Bryant, I ain't trying to be funny. That clothes be looking like work clothes.
Your producer calling. Hold on. Keep talking to the people.
So it looked like work clothes. And I never really was a fan of Ashley Stewart. That's another store that's, for plus size women where I was. And so Ashley Stewart was too colorful for me. But now I have graduated to go to these stores that are more sizes smaller. But I'm having a hard time, y'all. So if y'all have any ideas of places I should go to, because it seemed like different styles and stuff, you got to go online. And I hate buying online. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know about y'all. All that shopping online, get the dress that comes in. I get confused on the side. But Winter's over there on the phone call, so I'm gonna keep on talking. So, well, this week, other than that, me with my clothing and all that other good stuff, I went to go see y'all got to check it out. It's called "They Trying to Kill Us," and it's a documentary, and it talks about all of the stuff that's in our food. Hashtag get rid of those big pharma, and the government's all connected to. They're feeding us these terrible foods, so that plays a role into our weight and how we gain in our bodies are all different. Talks about diabetes, pressure, gout, what is killing us. And then the guy was talking, it was a great documentary, but he had me on there when he said, you ever go bury somebody and they died of a heart attack or gout or any of those things, and then y'all serving fried chicken? And you literally just buried the person because they died of these things, and you're serving the very thing that took them out of here. So it was deep, and it's just like the lady was saying, we equivalent food with love. Like, oh, this is our family. We have to have mac and cheese. We have to have fried chicken. We have to have all these things. But I watched the documentary, and I ain't gonna lie. I was a vegan for a long time. Then I stopped because I got sick. But I ain't gonna lie to you. After I watched that documentary, I went right to the grocery store. I got me some oat milk. I got a whole bunch of healthy stuff. My daughters was like, "What the hell?" You still muted, Winters. So it was
Okay.
it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But y'all need to check it out. It's called "They Trying to Kill Us." Eventually, I'll get the guy because I'm trying to get him to connect with Mickey. Two
Mm-hmm.
men with the same exact background and views, changing things, and want to talk about worldwide stuff that's affecting us as Black and brown people. Um,
Now, what else have you watched this week that you've been wanting?
yeah, so we gonna get into what. So I told Winters I was watching, and Winters was able to watch. Now, who this week got to watch Tyrese on the Breakfast Club? I'll wait. Let me just say this. That to me was an eye opener. in so many ways. And when y'all get a chance to watch this, I know some of y'all watched it because they got so many shorts. Man, Winters, all you gotta do is look up those shorts. The shorts will have you laughing. You know, like when they record parts and
Well, I
pieces.
done seen the video now, so
And you need to like when you watch the shorts, just really watch the whole entire thing. Don't just watch the shorts. The shorts get you, but the shorts don't explain what's the meaning behind. I love shorts, but they never really dig deep into what he was saying. Um, I would say this. Winters had asked me, you had asked me, what did I get from this, right? And what I got from it, which is our conversation today, when y'all get a chance, or if you've seen it, was your circle. And we're called Sister Circle for a reason. But like, who is in your circle? And the older you get, your circle starts to break. And what I mean by break doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. People start to leave. Like with me, Tyrese talked about burying his mother. I buried my mother. Tyrese talked about his sisters passing away. I passed, my friends, couple of my girlfriends passed away. Not my siblings, but my friends. 2022 was the year he spoke about. 2022 was the year for me. So when you get older, and some people are young and go through this, but usually in your 40s, get to your 50s, you start to notice, you're like, why is everyone dying around me? And it's because we're getting older.
Right.
And we talked about the reality of what is around us and how we're losing the love of the people that were here, why they were there. And when you get older, you start to recognize the way I thought when I was younger with the person I was in a relationship is different when I'm older. So who you love when you're younger is not necessarily, unless you can last, the same person you love when you get older. We talked about it's okay for a man to cry, which is always told. And he was deep. He talked about, he was honest. He said that when a woman has a miscarriage, everybody goes to the woman, but the man is suffering too. You got to look at it. That might have been his only chance to have a legacy. Could have been his son, his daughter, his legacy to keep going. And now his wife, who he loves, now they both lost a child, not just the mother.
Right.
And he was digging deep. But the funny part was, like, when he got all into that, like why he did what he did, why he had that red hat on, y'all got to watch it. The key thing was, and it's where I'm at this age. Tyrese is 45. I'm 48. So he's close to Gen X. But he's still...
And that was he, again, he was on the Breakfast Club. What?
He was on the Breakfast Club
3 days ago?
3 days ago. I think 3 days ago. Just look up Tyrese on the Breakfast Club. It'll pop up because it's getting a lot of views. And, he cried on there. But what had me cracking up was, I laughed for a minute, but it's the reality. He said, none of this shit mattered. He took all his jewelry off. He said, I got this for $23.
Girl, I hollered.
You'd be shocked how many celebrities do not wear real jewelry.
A lot of them don't.
You can't tell. You can't tell if my earrings are real gold.
No.
But sometimes people assume people with money, dollars, that they're going to spend the money. Now, this is real. This is my mother. But you think I would have bought this? Hell no. My mother loves jewelry.
I get what you're saying.
I do wear real jewelry, but I'd be quick to wear, what do they call it? Costume jewelry in a heartbeat. It look like diamonds. It look real because I'm telling you, it's on how you wear it. Some people, you assume they're broke because they don't wear the flashy things. But you ever notice rich people? They be looking so like bugs.
They just as plain as they want to be.
Plain as ever. Don't put no name brand. Yeah. The only name brand I wear, y'all probably see me wear, is only Nike. That's about the only thing. And I like active wear. And it's really good. That clothes last for a while. That's why I wear Nike. And I love my sneakers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love my sneakers.
She said I love my sneakers.
I love my sneakers. I asked God to help me with that. And now with this new job and the amount of money I'm about to make, I could buy more sneakers. I'm joking. I'm not fine. My girlfriend just sent me
her sneakers.
Girl, my girlfriend sent me a text. There's about to be a sneaker convention in Detroit. I'm going.
You love sneakers that much.
Oh gosh, I do. You saw me when I was there.
I know, but oh my God.
Oh my Mickey. I mean, look, I'm saying Mickey Wyntis.
Right.
Because I love sneakers. I ain't gonna lie. People like, what are the things? Some people like to drink, some people like to smoke, some people like to dance, some people like to buy purses, some people like to write, some people, whatever your thing is. Some people like to eat. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Just be careful.
Right.
Everything in moderation. Same thing with my shoes. I need to be moderate too. But I ain't gonna lie. If you were to say, what's one thing, Anna, that you would like? I was like, I'm going to a pair of sneakers.
Some sneakers.
Oh my God. And I'm sorry. Only Nike. I don't wear Adidas. I don't wear no Sauconys.
Adidas they make some.
I don't wear no Asics. My daughter likes all kind of shoes. The younger one, she has a bunch of Jordans and Nike, but she just got these. I ain't got them. They're over there. These white, expensive behind. My friend Kevin had to get them for her. Them things was $200. These Asics, they're like white with like a whatever for the first day of school. I said, why you buy them ugly shoes? That's what she wanted. I said, Lily, you messing up. You know, mommy only wears Nike. Now she has to wear what she likes. I can't force her to wear. She was looking at some New Balance. I said, oh yeah, I keep forgetting you're a Washingtonian. And in DC, most people wear New Balance. Most the guys here, they have New Balance.
Well, speaking of the guys, like, listen. So how did you feel when Tyrese got to crying again? He does a lot of crying.
But that's good because he's releasing it. I cried. I mean, well, it's different, say for a female to cry. I noticed that the older I got, and the same thing what I saw with him, I think we cry more Winters than we do when we're younger. You know why? Because I think we cry more as we get older. A cry of saying it's okay to let this shit out right then and there than to hold it. When you're younger, you're forcing yourself not to show it.
Oh.
It might be different for you.
Girl, I don't know, girl. I always cry.
Well, I cried. I didn't cry when I was younger. Let me tell you something. When my mother passed away, she told me not to cry. That's how strong the situation was. She said, I need you to have it together. So you had to have it together. But when he cried, and he said, man, he said it for real. He said, this album called, he said, look at it. What's it called? Beautiful Pain. I even hashtag it. Beautiful Pain.
Yeah.
I think it's called 1992 or something. And then he was talking about the movie, the song Wildflower, how deep it was. But he said that the album that he made, he said, y'all young generation, your mom might be moving you out the room and be making babies off this music. Because that's the type of albums. But when he cried, like seriously, on real talk, real talk, when he cried, he allowed himself to show you who's in control of his life. And you see how he said Jesus was in control of his life? He said how he acknowledged Jesus Christ in there. But what he acknowledged too was he spoke from his heart. And that's where we need to get to, where we're speaking from our heart and not from manipulation from the top of our head. To manipulate someone to trust us, manipulate someone to say we're good for them. And a lot of people are function off of manipulation and not from your heart. And so when he cried, what happened was the whole room felt it. Because, the girl was like, the girl's real young in there. I can't think of the girl on the show. But what happened is she showed you real quick. She heard up and said, I don't want to cry. Because she was about to do it because it's about my makeup. So remember when he said that he was crying when he did that mask show? And he was under the mask? Remember when he was talking about when he sang and he came out and the mask was on him and he was crying in there? That goes back to what he did. Can you take that mask off your face? Can you face, can you face diversity? Can you face when things don't go your way? Can you face when there's a challenge around you? And a lot of people can't. And they get people to do their dirt for them. And it gets messy. And me right now, like when I watched that, when I got there for them wholeheartedly, is that with the things that I'm dealing with now, when he cried Winters, it was a cry of saying, I'm going to go through something in this fight for what I say I want to do. I want to be the commissioner of my neighborhood. I'm speaking it into life, no matter what comes in, no matter what stops me. Because my plan B was, if that guy would have challenged me and the Board of Elections wouldn't have corrected it, and I wouldn't have been able to cure it, rectify it, I was gonna be a writer. No bullshit. I was gonna go out
Mm.
there and still walk around this motherfucker. Hey, yo, my name is Ana, A-N-A. This my last name. Write my name in.
Right.
Because I have people encouraging me. So when you have people calling you and encouraging you, you don't stop. You don't stop. If you really for change. Now, if you really for some bullshit, man, go tag on to somebody else and say, just let it go and move on. But if
Right.
you really, if your heart, like that's what he showed us in there. When you watch that, you gonna feel it. It's like a transformation when someone's speaking from their heart. It goes through. You could be on YouTube and someone speak. You see how we cried when he cried.
Mm-hmm.
That's how deep that
Mm-hmm.
that heartfelt conversation is. When you can truly speak and not be worried about people's biases, opinion, and really speak truth. Because reality is that most of us, we come as we hard and we know everything and we come up with this power when we talk. But when you ever listen to people, just I always say sometimes I have to sit back and shut up.
Oh, you sticky. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Anna, can you hear me? She's stuck. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I'm the producer. Okay. I don't know what to do now. I done produced. That's the only quick move I know. Remove her. And now she gone. Okay. Maybe she come back because I know she was having some issues with her internet. We were talking about Tyrese, and he was on the Breakfast Club about 3 days ago, and he got to crying again. There's Anna. She's back.
Oh, girl, what happened?
I don't know.
It was weird. I said, let me go back and click on the thing. Well, how did I look crazy like this?
No, you was just getting into it. I was telling him, I was like, we was talking about Tyrese, and he was crying again.
Oh man. Okay, so let's make a pact. Every week we cry on Friday.
Mm-mm. I ain't doing that one.
We're gonna cry. We're gonna cry. We're gonna cry it out. We're gonna cry it out. We're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna cry it out.
Mm-mm. I ain't no crying on Fridays. No crying. Fridays is for fun. Friday is to be free. Free fun Fridays.
I'm gonna put you on mute because they delivered a package to my door. Keep talking before they
Okay.
steal it, because they steal everything in this damn neighborhood.
Okay. I was just about to ask her a question too when she comes back. Like, you know how she was expressing how it was okay for Tyrese he was taking the mask off, how she put it. He was expressing his feelings. Well, I got a question because I don't know if I would truly want to be like, I could have a male friend, like if that's what he choose to do, cry all the time. But I don't know if I would want a man in my life that just cried all the damn time. Like, no. Like I would want you to man up. Like it's okay to show your feelings sometimes. I get it. But I just don't want you crying all the time. I just don't. So I'm eager to hear what she has to say when she gets back. Maybe that's just me. You know, I did like that song Ralph Tresvant had. I need a man with sensitivity. So that's what I was gonna ask you, Anna. Like
Man,
you was
oh,
talking about you was talking about Tyrese and but would you really want to be with a man that cried all the time? Like I know you say that's taking the
okay, let's
mask
go
off
back when
and
we
that's
was young. Who they talked about when we was younger? Let's go back. What artists they called back then when we was growing up, the crier.
Keep
Come on
sweat.
now.
Keep
Yes.
like girl,
Everybody said all he do is cry.
the beggar, that's all they do is cry in
All he
bed.
do is cry.
Unc
All right,
be out
let
the
me
house,
be
he
real.
don't care.
We probably might agree on this. I do want a man to cry it
Mhm.
out. Men should cry it out. But do I want a man crying for every damn thing? No. No.
Okay, now
But the question is, have we been programmed to think that that's not normal? But
it's
we're allowed,
not.
we're allowed to cry it out. We're allowed to get all this attention when we going through, but we want them not to go. We don't want to give them the same.
Anna, can you really say you want to be with a man that just sitting there, he just bust out crying? You'd be like, what's wrong? No, I just
Mm.
no. That's not what I would want.
Smack him beside his head. Get it together, goddamn it!
Like
I'm
get it
already rough. I
together.
don't need you to be unrough.
Me and you crying, that's just too
Rough.
much. That's too.
No,
I got.
I ain't. Well, I would say this. I've experienced being with a guy, and somebody had walked up on me. I was just standing there and try to start something with me, and instead of him when he got out the car, I had just got out the car and I was standing there. The lady was on drugs or whatever, little crackhead chick. Lord
Mhm,
forgive me for calling her the crackhead chick, but she was on that shit.
mhm,
And she literally got out the car, got out, was walking, and started with me, right? And I was like, man, keep it going. And she had like a guy with her, and they you don't know if they're gonna jack you for your purse or anything, right? So I don't play that. So I backed up. I was like, yo, get out my face, keep it going. His cousin jumps out of the truck because they were in the truck talking. I was standing outside in front of the his cousin's business, and I
mhm,
was standing there waiting, on my phone. In the meantime, there's these two, and I'm in a neighborhood where you got activity going on all the darn time, but that just happens to be where he can afford where his business is at. So I'm
mhm,
standing there minding my business, and the lady comes. Make a long story short, it was his cousin that jumped out the car and got in the guy's face and the girl's face and said, "Keep it going." His ass wants to get out the car and tell me, "You about to get me in trouble. You about to get me in trouble. You should have ignored that." Man, let me tell you that I ain't after that situation.
mhm.
I said, I don't need no man in my life that's gonna sit there and jump at me when innocently you supposed to protect me. Now I'm
Right,
not saying I'm gonna bring drama to you and put you in some shit. But that I couldn't control that lady and that guy about to do something to me. You don't know they about to jack me from my purse. You don't know
right.
anything. And I'm gonna protect myself. But if you want to argue with me and say that I'm about to put you in a situation, then you need to keep on going. Because I need someone that could protect me. Yes, we want someone to protect you, provide. But providing to me looks a little different with this. But protecting, no. I want a guy that when the last guy I dated, that was the problem I had with him. He cried all the damn time, questionable about who he was,
You
and then
said
if
he
for
cried all
you,
the damn time.
all the damn time, everything was a damn tearjerker. And then that's just my opinion. I like guys that can. I'm not saying the guy has to hold it in, but we in the house, yeah. But when we out and about, don't sit there. Let's just say this: I knew that if we got robbed or someone came to fight him, he was gonna run. I said, hell no. You look like a punk, and I ain't messing with you because I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna fight. I'm not
Mhm.
walking around here starting fights, but if you hit me, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna
Right,
hit you back. I'm gonna
right,
pick up. I'm only 5'2". I'm gonna pick up anything I got. I'm gonna knock your ass out.
right,
The man that's with me that would tell me you need to run, I'm gonna beat your ass at the same time too.
right. All right, I feel you. I feel you.
And I ain't trying to be rough like I'm all masculine. That's one thing. I'm saying that's one thing I will say. You want to say these roles, how women should be submissive and everything. There's nothing wrong with me being submissive. But if
Mhm.
you want to put these roles on me, say I need to be submissive, quiet, and I do. When I'm with a man and I walk up, I'm quiet. I don't get in their business. I don't interrupt them. I'm very respectful. But one thing you not gonna do is put the roles on me, and then your role is you backing out and being a punk. Lord help us. I agree with you. I don't want him crying all the time, and I don't want him leaving me where I'm about to get robbed and beat up. I want someone that if someone broke into this house, I'm not saying he's supposed to hurt himself or whatever, but we both gonna be fighting in that damn place to get that person out. And he better learn how to, and he better know how to cock a gun, put bullets in it, and shoot.
Okay.
See, like
Okay.
Trevor, Trevor's rant.
I need a rider.
It's like Trevor, all them guns he got behind him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a plus. That's a plus. Or when somebody like, people like, oh, but no, it's not about him being hard. It's about protection. And we're built different than men. I mean, some women want to act like they built like men, but at the end of the day, I'm not.
Right.
But if somebody gonna come in here and rob us, and you gonna sit there and run,
Mm.
or somebody, I'm like, oh no 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 no. So you can say if it's men bashing, go right ahead. I don't care.
He's not here to say that right now.
I know, but I'm not talking about just Mickey, but some women like, oh, the women want this. Yes, you're right. You want me to be barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen. I want you to fight for me.
Stop, stop, stop.
I'm being funny. Ain't nobody gonna be barefoot and pregnant.
Too much.
You know how they say I want someone barefoot and pregnant. I'm joking. Ain't nobody being barefoot and pregnant.
Right. It's too much. Way too much. Way too much.
I heard y'all a little bit this morning talking about some pole talk. What y'all talking about? What's the $40? What are y'all talking about? What is $40?
You got to come back on Sunday for the $40 talk.
Okay, we'll come back on Sunday.
Back on Sunday for the
I thought it was a charge or something.
That's yes, but this is still we still mid-afternoon coasting, so you got to come back Sunday night.
So Sunday come back and know what I'm gonna log on. Everybody log on because I really want to know what the $40 is.
9:30 only on YouTube Pole Talk, and we're gonna talk about the $40. I'm just saying we got to talk about the $40 because
we got to, because I'm really interested in trying to
get
understand.
it right. They need to get it right.
They do.
They do. I'm sitting here twitching.
Like last week when we talked, and I was telling you, dating a younger guy is not for me. Well, remember when you asked me last week, you was like, Ana, and you were saying all these guys' names like celebrities. What you think about him? You know what? I am not gonna lie. And if my friend hears this, you already know I love you. I don't love nobody else. I ain't gonna lie. I remember I told y'all like guys that are intellectual. Well, I went to this event the other day, and prior to me going to the event, I've been watching a guy on YouTube, but I've been watching him. I saw him in person twice. I met him, and I ain't gonna lie. I've the last time I had that crush when you were younger, when you see a guy, you like, ooh, you like so happy, like, ooh, every time I see him, girl, let me fix my little, let me.
Right.
I don't put no makeup on. I don't do anything, but let me tell you something. This guy has my eyes wide eyed.
Oh.
I have not seen a guy in a long time that makes me be like, oh, I got to get it together. Oh, I can't go around here without my hair done. Oh, no.
Girl, if you don't tell me.
I sent it to you. Look at your phone. I sent you something the other day.
The other day? What? Messenger?
I text you a video. I text you a video. So I can't say his name on here because eventually y'all might see him on this show. So
she said the other day, Lord have mercy.
Oh my God, he is so fine. Lord help me. And he's fine for 3 reasons. First thing, he's fine for his intellect. And the second thing, he's fine.
Is this Instagram man? Did she freeze up again? I don't know who this man is that she didn't send me that she likes an intellectual man. We forgot about that, child. We got to get Ana a method man or something. But anyway, she done froze up again. Let me see if I can bring her right back in before we close out. Okay, I don't know what happened to her. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and close out for this week's episode of Sister Circle because I don't know where she is. And I got to go get the boss because the boss got to come back and do some more shows. So I will see y'all next week. No, actually, I'll see y'all Sunday, 9:30, YouTube Pole Talk. Have a good one.